Hey guys, Muldoon here. I'm back with another car charger review. This is another one from Perbeat. Now, I've just reviewed the other one today, well, from a recording point of view. This was also marketed from Perbeat. No branding on the box, but this was a very simple solution. Depending on, how your car setup is, although this is basic, this could actually be the best setup for a lot of people, and I was very pleasantly surprised at how good it worked. This is a little bit different. Instead of connecting through an aux-in cable, this will connect via Bluetooth and then connect to your radio. It's an FM transmitter. So it's got a lot of good benefits. You can see some of them in the front there. It works in Bluetooth. It will work with a USB drive so that you can play music. And got some specifications here on the side here. Travel distance about 5 meters. I mean, you're in your car, that's not an issue. USB max capacity 32 gigabytes. That's what I've actually got, but I imagine it does play higher ones. And supports the full channels from 87.5 to 108 megahertz. So it's got two charging points, two USB charging ports, and if you notice here, they're actually on the side. I'm not sure whether that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Packaging seems very similar to that one. It's just a little small manual. Yeah, I was going off the topic there, but I'm not sure whether these USB ports at the side is a good thing or a bad thing. It really depends again on where your charging port is, how it's set up and things. I'll try it out myself and hopefully it's not too bad. Now here it's here. It's got the little sticker here at the top saying 88.8. It's got a call button here. It's got the two charging ports at the side. Now, I suspect that if you put in a USB flash drive in one of the drives, you might struggle to put in a cable in the other one. So that's something we'll need to try out. See, that's the problem that you have with some of these cables. So, for example, if I put in the USB flash drive, maybe a bit of a squeeze. It is a squeeze doing that. If one of them's a flash drive, and if this was a bigger flash drive, I think you might run into a problem getting another one connected there. It's just the nature of these things, It's not necessarily a major problem. The first car charger that I reviewed on this channel, it was a major problem because when you put in the flash drive, it actually stopped, it went over all the buttons and you couldn't use it, so it was just a horrendous design. This looks okay, but again, the real test is in the car, so let's go to my car, I'll give it a try and we'll see how this thing works. So I'm in my car now and I've been messing around with it just to get an idea of how it works. What I want to do firstly is just apologise for how dark it is outside. I hope you can see everything. I've got my lights on in my car. It's only 5:10 at night, but being the start of November, it's now really dark. So, the manual explains a few things about how it works. The key thing initially is that you should be looking for PBC27A. So when you go into your Bluetooth, that's what you should be looking for. Now, I've got it connected now, but it's not switched on. So, here we go. It does this. It says it tells you the car voltage when it comes on. I'm not sure if you can see that. Come on, I'll do it again. It says the car voltage 12.2. Yeah, so my battery isn't good. Okay, so that light actually hasn't come up well on the camera. Alright, we can get it now. It's kind of flashing there. Now it's got 108. It says in the manual what you need to do is you need to push it in, and then you want to set it to what you want to, the channel that you want to get. Seems to move quite quickly. If you remember the iPhone for you one that I reviewed, you had to do that, kind of plus and minus manually, and it took literally forever. No exaggeration, it was like 5 minutes pushing that. So if you ever ran into Bluetooth, interference with the radio, you'd be in a really bad position and you'd lose your music. And that's not good if you've got it connected up and you're doing sat-nav. Okay, so it goes from 87.5. If I put 88.1 just now. Okay, that looks like it's set. I've got my radio now. I'll go to FM, there we go, F88.1. can hear, I don't know if that's coming through, you can maybe hear a little faint. So I'll just put this here, you can see what I'm doing here. There's a faint little bit of interference there. Maybe if I tune it down to 87 point, I'm not sure what I can tune it. I'll put it down to 87.5. Still a little bit of interference, and unfortunately that's what you get sometimes with these Bluetooth car chargers. I'm not sure if that's going to come through on the video with the audio, but there's a tiny little bit of interference. That's what you hear when you turn the volume up. But if you turn the volume up on your phone, and keep that down, then that won't be a problem. So it says it. If I look, I'm pushing play, pause. It's changing the music. It's not the most responsive, but it does work. Now you can use that to answer calls, hang up calls, and it says it will play and pause. If you press it twice, it should dial the last person as well. Now it's got the USB drives at the side here. It's gonna be hard to see there, but there's 2 ports there. I've not tried this yet. Hopefully it's going to take the drive in. So this is what I was worried. I think the one on the left, here's the thing, I think in the manual it says, it's really ambiguous, and then I think it clarifies later on. It says, pay attention, only the right USB port can serve as a USB reader. Right, okay, it does say. There's another part where it says, it doesn't say that, where it says, you know, just put in, make sure you choose the right port. So now here's the thing, now it's plugged into the right USB port, which is the correct one here, but my USB music isn't playing. There doesn't seem to be any way, I can't see any way about how you change over. So I'm not sure how you're supposed to do that, because in theory, you know, if you put this in, it should start playing your music. Right, what I'll do, I'm going to go to my Amazon Music and remove it. Amazon Music's removed, and it's still playing. Right, okay, so that's, I'm not sure how you're supposed to get around that. There's no other buttons. I can't see anything in the instructions here. There's nothing in this manual about how you actually play music. Choose your music, rotate clockwise to play the next song, rotate anti-clockwise. Okay, so maybe this is what we need to do. Up. No, that's changed the track on Amazon. So you can change the track, which is quite good. It works with Amazon Prime, and I'm sure it'll work with Spotify and all that as well, and you know, any other iTunes and that kind of thing. But I'm not sure how we're actually supposed to. I'm not sure how to do that. I imagine you can do it, but no. This is only controlling my Amazon Music. I'm not getting anything through this USB port. So there probably is a way to do it. In fact, hold on. If I plug it out, back in, let's see if that helps.
The voltage is too low. Bluetooth disconnected.
Right, I'm going to turn my car on because it says the voltage in my car's too low. So the Bluetooth's disconnected. Bluetooth's connection successful. Automatically plays Amazon Prime. But what I want to do is play music from this USB drive. And you know, it says up and down, that changes the track. and it's actually just tried to call my friend just now. I just tried to call my friend just now when I pushed that twice. So that's not good. Okay, it looks like you're going to run into problems if you want to play music. I apologise for the noise from the engine, but my car was having a bit of an issue there with the battery. So what we want to do now is just check these USB ports. So the position of these USB ports actually makes reading this a bit of a pain.
Normal. Bluetooth disconnect.
The voltage is normal now. Okay, right, I should be able to get in there.
Connection is successful.
So pause that there. Hopefully I can turn my engine off. Should hopefully still be okay. Right. Now, I realise, you know, a lot of people want short videos and that, but I think it's good as well to show you the problems that you're going to run into, you know, when you get this out of the box. So, if I can plug my USB in here, for the life of me that's not going in. Set that down for a second. Oh, that's it in actually. What I'm going to do now, plug this into my phone. So what we're getting. It's hard for me to show you this because of the position. Now it says you get a max of 3.4 amps. I'm getting 0.4 there.
Bluetooth connection is successful.
So that's 0.4 amps I'm getting from my phone. That's not good, because my phone is only getting, it's only got a charge of 58%. It should really be getting about 1.3 amps. So that's on the right one.
Is successful.
Right, that's very annoying, that Bluetooth sound. So what I'm going to do now, plug this in to the other port, and we'll see this one. So if that's coming through there, I'm getting 1.32 amps. Okay, here's that looks like, you know, you can see this, a 3.4 amps. This is the problem that I ran into the other one that I didn't like, the other iPhone for You charger, is where one of the ports was really good at charging and the other one wasn't. And again, it's the one that plays the USB music, that plays the USB flash drive. Doesn't seem to be able to charge the phone properly. Get this in. So no, I can't disconnect. I can't get this USB flash drive to work. What I'll maybe quickly do, if I can, I'm going to quickly call my brother.
Can't take your call right now.
Just leave your message after the
Answer the machine. Alright, so I can't show you that just now. I've got no one else I would want to call. I'll just put you up here just now. Hopefully you can see me. It's quite dark in here, as you can see. It's at night time. So I'll turn that off just now, and I might as well turn off that. Right, time to kind of say the plus points and the bad points and all that kind of thing. The last one that I reviewed was also from Perbeat, and it was this one. Dual charger with a cable. It looks basic, but this was actually really, really awesome. It does the job. It does exactly what I want. It's got two chargers, it's got a plain pause button, and there's zero interference. So something very simple, but works perfectly. This one, the one I'm just reviewing just now, the hands-free kit, in practice, it's not as good as it should be. The first thing I would note is that, you know, there's a little bit of interference there, and I'm getting that more than what I've had in other ones. So it shouldn't be a problem when you turn the volume up. So you keep the volume in your car down, and you keep the volume in your phone or whatever you're connecting, you keep that high. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem, but it is worth noting that you're not going to get as clear a signal as you would get with an aux-in cable. As far as the current goes, it is clear that they're not going to give you the 3.4 amps. Now, what should happen is this is a 5 volt 3.4 amp charger. So what should happen is that, you know, if you get one that's taking 2 amps, like a tablet, then the other should only be getting 1.4. It should distribute the one that needs it the most. But we're not even getting that, because I don't think this is a 3.4 amp maximum charger, if I'm honest, because I got the correct usage from the left port. So the left port is a charger. I got that with my smartphone, okay. The right port, which should be for music, was only giving about 0.4 amps, and really it should be also giving 1.3 amps. This was the problem that I ran into with that other charger. It says that you've got 2 chargers, but really what they seem to do is when they make this, you know, USB port for flash drives, they seem to sacrifice it for charging. You know, ideally, I mean, I really could test with some other things, but it does look like if you've got 2 people in the car wanting to use that to charge their phones, one person isn't going to get a fast charge and the other person is. And if you do have a thick USB flash drive, then you can't use the other drive at all. But that's not a problem, because it doesn't seem to play USB music anyway. It doesn't seem to play music from a USB flash drive. That isn't a major issue for me anyway. Personally, that's not a major issue for me. It's a little bit frustrating that they sell these things and say, you know, it does play music from a flash drive. But for me, it's not a major issue, because I mainly use Amazon Music, or I play through podcasts and things like that. So it's all coming through my phone. And, you know, as I said, there's 0 buttons here to actually navigate. You've got clockwise, like tuning it in was really good. I liked how you could tune it in really quickly. So if you ran into interference, if you're traveling somewhere where, you know, there's a conflict, you know, say for example you've got it 89, you could change it to 90 quickly or 91 quickly by just, you know, pushing it in, and then it flashes and then you change it again. You can push up and down in the tracks really easily. That worked very easily with Amazon Prime. I'm sure it's the same with Play Music, with iTunes and all that. That works perfectly. Pushing it on and off for play and pause, it seems a little bit, it works, but it's not as responsive as you would have liked. Pushing it twice started calling my friend, who I know is on the night shift, so I cancelled that quickly. So it seems okay. I couldn't test the microphone there. I don't have a problem. I think that I've not had any problems with these microphones yet. I think that'll be fine. So that's not something I'm really concerned about, and not something that I think I need to actively always test, because it seems clear and, you know, I'm sure it's fine. But I don't think this is a good solution, if I'm honest. Well, it is a good solution. It's not doing exactly what it says it should do. That's the main concern. You know, USB flash drives are out. It only does 1 USB charge rather than 2. And this one here, now this is slightly cheaper, this one, and it looks so much, you know, this looks like a dated version of this. It's got the big wire hanging out. It's only got 1 button. It's got no LCD display and things like that. But both of these USB ports gave 1.3 amps to my phone. So that suggests that this will do a full charge on both phones at the same, you know, both devices. That means it's functioning. This one isn't. One is functioning, one is not. So the USB flash drive music isn't working. One USB port isn't giving the power. And it's okay. I mean, it's functioning. I mean, if I was giving a review on Amazon, it's probably 4 stars or maybe 3 stars. I might knock it down to 3 stars simply because a lot of the functionality isn't working. But it does. I mean, as far as how I'm going to use this, it actually does everything that I need. I just don't like when, you know, when items are being sold to do one thing or to do another, and then they don't work. And I think that's certainly the case here. This will not play USB music, and if it does, then it's certainly a pain in the ass to do it. There's no doubt about that. And you're not going to get the full charge from 2 USB ports, so I'd rather just get 1 good USB port if they want to do that. The placement of the USB ports as well it could be a little bit frustrating depending on where your car charger is. So that's something else to take into account. It's certainly not the best in the market, this, without a doubt. It's not the best in the market. It's not terrible either. It does it does what I need it to do, but I think, you know, there will be better alternatives out there. So yeah, I think this, you know, on Amazon this will be a 3 out of 5. thanks for watching anyway, guys. I know I've rabbled on a bit, but I think it's important to show everyone what these things do, because, you know, there's a lot of reviews on Amazon and people just go, yeah, it's amazing, you know, and half the time I think they've not even tested it. But as I've shown, this in practice, this is a little bit frustrating and it's not as good as it makes it out to be. Thanks for watching anyway, and ask a comment below. Get any questions, ask a comment. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm not a genius on these things, but I'll do my best to point you in the right direction. If you like the video, please share the video, please like the video, and please subscribe to my future videos. And again, ask a question. I'll try and point you in the right direction. And until next time, take care.